There we go. Let's hover and make sure you can't just run the ball. We're going to shade inside, too, to take away the match bomb. And boom, nice. Alright, boys, we're going to be doing a little inside the mind today, playing a little bit of ranked. If you see the squad, we've got 35 Team of the Year, 20 Titans, 20 Seahawks, 20 Texans, Crystals on the Texans, so pretty much everyone is 99 speed, good abilities. Really, this team probably won't get that crazy until I get the 60 out of 60 Team of the Year on Thursday. With all the new completion sets and all that stuff like that, but overall the squad is pretty ridiculous. We're rocking Peyton Manning right now just for the simple fact that he gets the best abilities in the game, and I don't know, it's fun. It's making me actually have to step up in the pocket and make plays too, so alright, let's get into it. I love how my mic resets to these weird settings every single time I reset my PC, so quality's probably going to sound better from here on out. Sorry about that. Alright, Y trips offset. We're just going to come out an odd to start out. We're rocking auto flip on right now for our 3-3 odd. Been trying that out. I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit. Just giving a little bit different look. And good. Not much to talk about there. I had to get some adjustments off fast. Trio offset now. I'm not sure if there is an RP out of this or not. Just sending a little blitz off the right. Out of cover 3 sky. Can also, because I have auto flip on, I can come off the left now too. And then we also can run overload press 3. I'll just call it for the sake. If I do call this, I turn autoflip off, and just because it gets messed up from some formations, I turn the shell off too. We're just going to stem that cloud flight up a little bit. Put a mid-read on the field, because I assume he's going to run like Y-trail, or have some sort of post. And good, scream at him. I like sending 5 out of that blitz and containing, just because I feel like people, as soon as the slot corner comes in, they start running with their quarterback, and then it runs right into the other contain on the other side of the field, so... Actually punting here, so you don't see that very often in Madden. I'm not going to lie, even in 4th and 21, I'm going for this. It's got to be like 4th and 40 from the 2-yard line. And even then, I'm probably going for it. Maybe he'll fool me right here and go with a little fake punt, but... See if we can get loose with Shaheed here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, boost, 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 boost. Boost, oh... Almost. That would have been clean. Alright, I usually just come out and bunch X nasty almost every single play. Unless it's a very specific scenario or I want to run a specific play that I don't have in my hot routes, or my audibles, but that's pretty rare. I usually don't run short side that much either, but I do like this play. Short side or or strong side, it doesn't really matter to me. But we're basically going to look high-low to the left, and then we're high-low to the middle, so... If there's like a cloud flat or a hard flat, we put it in conflict in the left, and then same thing over the middle if their hooks are on 5 or not. So... No hard flat. He is kind of using it though, so we'll go back to the middle of the field and just take our post. Now, same exact play call, but we're going to switch up the routes a little bit. We're going to call like a smash return out of this. Look to the left, takes away the hard flat. And we actually just threw a freaking book, but I passed it down and away. Holy cow, that was awful. Yeah, you didn't see that. Now we're going to actually hurry up, go double slant. I like to look for my tight end right away just in case they get a little bit lazy, and then I'll look for the double slants. Doesn't get lazy, but we can find the clue in a window. If you see the cornerback, he was in like a hard flat, and he gets pulled by that swing route, and you hit those slants late if they're not open over the middle. Now I'm going to go to my favorite 2-point play. And realistically here, I'm pretty sure I could just call spacing switch actually. So, like, honestly, in this situation, what I probably would do is this. Just because he has like no second defender on the right side of the field, at the left side of the field, instead of looking to the right, and I'm going to look to the left, just because this spacing switch table can't get guarded by it. Yeah. Hard flats from the D-line can't guard that, so typically I prefer the other play, and I like that flat route from the tight end a lot. Still probably would have worked against that, but instead of looking to the right side of the field, I look to the left side of the field there and read that spacing switch side first. People are running formations like this. Kind of just let them do their thing. I'm actually not going to send the blitz here. We're just going to send in like a cover 3 sky. You get decent sheds from this formation as is. And it's throwing right at me, but it's alright. We got a close one too, so I'm not going to complain. I think it's 2x2. I prefer like cover 4 or just like cover 3 cloud. I like to stand over, especially if I'm not blitzing, I like to stand over the center like that. It's kind of, oh, I got in a hit stick animation or a juke animation, so I couldn't hit triangle to pick that off. Kind of unfortunate. But I like to stand over the center like it's dollar when I'm not running the blitz. He actually has his comeback. Might be able to knock it out though. Threw it a little late. If you would have threw it on timing, you would have had it. But we'll go back to the blitz here. And actually, what I like to do a lot of times, I didn't really get to say, but I like to user lock. Wow, I thought that was going to be an ag right there. I like to user lock on the side of the field. It looks like he's going to get out of here. Yeah, so quick game, easy. I like to user lock, especially if they have like identifier, and like just rush the passer and then D-pad switch off. So then sometimes they untarget me and I can just get a gap for free. It doesn't really change anything. I might get into my switch sticks a little bit later. So sometimes my coverage isn't as good, but realistically it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a nice little keep your opponents on their toes. I just want them thinking about the blitz. I have them thinking about that and they're worried about that constantly and they have to guess. Then you can just distract them and make them uncomfortable. That's the main reason I would run on odd in the first place. Again, cover 2 shell, DN swap package, and then make our subs. Because sometimes subs your guys in at weird spots if you don't do this. So here we're going to start out in quarters against trips and just see what he wants to do. Unfortunately, I didn't get off of that guy, so I might just have given up a touchdown. That's the thing about not hovering. Just trying to adjust, and I tried to switch over, and it just, my button didn't register. I don't know. And again, we don't get set up, but at least this time we're on the linebacker, so we have a better chance. Just need to be faster. Being an old man right now. I love the shelling and Sponge X nasty. There we go. Let's hover and make sure you can't just run the ball. We're going to shade inside, too, to take away the match bomb. And boom, nice. Switch onto our D-path. Ooh, almost got loose right there, too. Switch onto our D-path and pull down and help out. And like spacing switch or something right there. We followed our drag with the 3-rec because that's usually the tight end. Like, it's kind of your responsibility for the most part, or anything coming over the middle. And then we switched off of it and helped out the deep cross because sometimes that does get fried. Or sometimes that does just fry a match, so. Actually, let's go Durham here. Just going to read high-low over the middle, and then we always have our running back. I actually had my tight end earlier, but we'll take him late as well. It's the nice thing about stepping up in the pocket against Dollar. Like a little X-cross. This could be interesting. We have our slide route. Also had our corner. We took it a little... bad read. We're going to go back to this little flood concept on the right with the 2 high-lows. Right on the left with the 2 high-lows. Had Puka, but I thought he was going to... I thought he saw the play, and his linebacker was in a position where he could have ran up and picked that, and then he switched off of it. So if we had half a second more, we could still throw it, but go into motion halfback out here. Let's just look up the seam. Nothing. Looks like he actually ran match, maybe. We'll go for it. Why not? On a second run in this play, but I have a feeling my corner route might be open. Yep. Considering it was open earlier and he's not really switching up his defense, that play pulls for that corner out a lot better too. That tight end really pulls in any kind of like curl flat. And then you just throw it under and away from the deep third. Back to the old reliable on the 2-point play though. I'm just going to look to the right side of the field, see what like, who is that, number 3? Yeah, the slot corner. We're going to see what he does with the return and the flat. And then we'll high-low the slant and the deep cross. Unless something like crazy happens and he blitzes everybody, then I'll just like hot throw him in. But had the return kind of covered, and I didn't get my eyes back to the deep cross quick enough. I had it easy, but I threw it a little late. I was stuck on the return for a little too long. We'll try a cover 3 sky look out of this now. And trips tight end, QB zone is really good against odds, so we'll have to defend that a little bit better next time. And we're actually going to man up that guy. Good play. The quarter that I'm on right now has to be responsible for that, but it's hard to get him over there in that time period, so same shell that I would run against Sponge X Nasty here. Okay. Wasn't expecting a run there, to be fair, so I actually pass committed, but when you hover, you sometimes still just get free. It doesn't really matter what the pass commit. It's just your DBs. If you don't make that tackle, they're going to be super slow. We're going to try cover 3 sky. I do like this against bunch tight end week as well. We're going to deep half and then cloud flat, and then, yeah, that'll be taken away. Not only are we on the run, but if you saw the guy manned up to the RPO, if I switched out to him, I could have maybe picked it, but he plays that RPO really well himself. It's basically like a guaranteed tackle. We're going to come here. We're going to user lock. Might be the RPO, so we'll switch right out to that. Nope. And maybe we'll live with that. Got to make a tackle, but Should have hard fly to that other side on, you know, 3rd and short, but it's alright. I definitely prefer to go into like double mug, especially against like meta players in the red zone. But you can still run either. I like Tampa 2 against doubles as well. Just gonna call something like this. We're gonna use our lock and run. We're not gonna run away. We're gonna make the tackle. I was playing for the pass, so I didn't really expect to run, so kind of messed up my run shoot. Nice thing is here, realistically, we can't get clock, so stop the inside zone with that. He could have ran QB zone. I'm surprised he didn't audible when we went to mug, to be honest with you. Yep. But still can stop it sometimes, especially out of this double mug. The alignment's a little bit wider. See in the Raiders playbook, you have this double mug instead of like the regular 3-3 double mug. And you align a little wider, so I think it is a little better against QB zone. Launch tight end, I'm a little afraid he has the RPO, so we're actually going to go into Tampa 2 drop again. Gonna man up the RPO, move him up a little bit. And then we also need to make sure we hover here. We're going to put our deep safeties in quarters. Oh. And then I want to make sure I have a spy on the field, to be honest with you. It's pretty caged. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I mean, we should have switched onto that and played that, but I can't believe that that's a touchdown. All right, here we definitely want to make this the last drive. A serious situation, but I'm not too worried about this guy as it is, so we might just move the ball down the field. I've been trying this out a little bit, like basically like, you know, your X-cross type of play from Bunch X Nasty, but the same thing here, just flooding the right side of the field. Had my swing route. I was being a little impatient trying to take my tight end, but you can always check it down to that return, which is nice. Let's run a little cover 3 cloud beater. He's going to read right side. He's leaving my swing route open every single time over there. So we'll just take what he gives us. Now let's go. Let's flip. And you know what? Let's run the same play. He still doesn't have a hard flat on the field. But this time I'm going to take my drag to get a little bit more yardage. Basically the same exact play, other side though. I actually like stemming down this puka one time sometimes since it cuts a little bit quicker. Okay, it doesn't have a hard flat, so we could just throw that. This time we're going to go back and look for this corner route again. He's not really switching out there. Good. As soon as it passes that VB, gets a step on him. Just make a nice tight window throw. Here we're just going to look. We're flooding the left side of the field. Running back to corner out to tight end pretty much. And then if he gets aggressive with the switch, we could throw the slot fade to the streak. And playmaker upfield with Kyle Pitts. The playmaker him late. I wanted to playmaker him way earlier than that. And he would have had just plenty of green grass to work with. But we're going to flip and go dig return. We don't have the good dig return, so we got to set it up ourselves, unfortunately. But looking flat, zig, slant, basically. We'll just step up. Look at Peyton move, baby. Look at Peyton move. Unexpectedly went man there, so good play call by him. Let's attack this right side of the field, and then we'll have a high-low. On the left, I hate when that does that. That flat route, if you're like finger slips and you don't throw it instantly, that'll happen. Had a good play call there, but honestly, we might go back to the same thing, dude. All right, high-low on the right, high-low on the left. There we go. Throw it on time. Now we're in a much better spot. Put him on a slot fade. We have CJ2K. Let's actually go down. Perfect. Now we're guaranteed that he's not going to get the ball back and have any time, basically. The most he could have is like 6 seconds. I actually figured out earlier today that you can put this guy in like a short corner and it actually kind of fries. I don't know how good this actually is, but try this. Why not? Motion this guy over. Can I not? Oh, I can't with this play. What about that? We're going to try and have him put a swing route to pull for our tight end. I don't know. This is kind of a scuff combo. Peyton just move him out. That short corner was like really good against man when I was messing around with it earlier, but he wasn't even in a man look there, so that was kind of useless. Can't remember if he got ball first or not. And just high ball. I didn't pass lead that, so I don't know why I got such a bad overthrow. Match can get a little scary, but to be fair, I'm not really too worried about him bombing me out of this. The way that I'm running match, it's kind of hard to bomb. And perfect. We might even be able to get 3 out of this. I think that was the wise decision to go down there. I don't think we could score that. We definitely can hit a field goal from here. We can hit up to like 73 yards. And he messed it up. He almost blocked it. We did have the distance though. It's actually a pretty good onside. He's probably going to get that. Yep. Pretty sure he just did the speed onside. Basically, I probably got to click on there and do something different. All right, let's go a little drive wide corner. Let's run it differently. Let's run it like this. Where it's basically the same exact play we were running earlier, but now we have this running back right on the field instead of spacing switch. And boom. It's actually a perfect play call because he's in man-to-man. Oh my god. If I could speed boost and not be a bot, I was actually out. I just like juked out 7 people at once. If you were playing a real game too, you probably would want to mix in the run a bit here too. This is a good play on the goal line. Really not a good play right here, but look at the pocket presence from Peyton though. Look at the pocket presence. Flood H post would probably be even better call here, but we'll call it like this. Yeah, we'll have a little clear out too. Just in case it is man. Pits, get away from him. You stop, get the first, nice. Should have known when I motioned out CJ2K, if the alignment doesn't change, it's not man. But I wasn't thinking. This time he's not using the return route. First time he didn't do that. So we'll just take it. Same exact play. Let's see what he does this time. This time he doesn't cover the tight end. Beautiful. Had a cloud flat out though. I actually do like double mug against doubles flex too. Here we're just given the threat of being able to call the blitz, although I barely call it. And I tried to actually switch to that. I was one guy away then. Here we're just going to make sure he can play for the RPO. He loves running the ball to trips tight end. I think that this alignment plays pretty good against the QB zone out of trips. I'm actually surprised by that. I haven't really faced that much. So that guy is in a quarter. You should play the seam pretty well. It's an adjustment you can make to make him play the verticals a little bit better. Can't remember if he had a RPO out of this or not last time, but we should be able to play it. Luckily he runs right into our blitz, but that motion actually messed up our man alignments, which is so annoying. I wish it would just follow him. I probably have motion response off. Yeah, I do, so can't really blame anybody but myself. And actually, let's just put the pressure on him here. Unless he targets my right defensive end, he's definitely cooked now. He can't pick this up, probably. Just going to stem these back a little bit to help out. Protect the sticks. I'm going to insta D-pad switch out to the left on my cloud flow. And then I'll just look for basically trying to switch to a passive streak. Otherwise, the pressure should get in. If he blocks his running back, we'll have less time, but perfect. Actually, a pretty good counter to what I did. But the simple fact that he's getting pressured, he had to throw that a little earlier than he probably wanted. That was a running back streak. There is a really good counter though. So I think we still might have made the tackle before he got to the first. But so 53-4 right now. Almost have as many losses as we had the entire last season. So we're gonna have to go on like a 100 win streak to get where we were last season. But it's all right. See what we get out of this while we're here. Why not? Quay Walker or Rico Dowdle. Oh, Quay Walker 6'4". Okay. I'm not too worried about this promo. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some good cards in it that are all 32 team chem. And error. Well, I think that's going to about do it, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed a little breakdown inside the mind of some top 100 gameplay, but we'll be back with hopefully some more CFM content and some other stuff on the way. But I'll see you boys later. Peace.